Aisha Rabi is finding comfort where he can. Mainly it comes from his family. He and his wife Aisha raised 8 children together. He says they always planned, once the kids had finished their schooling, to devote more time to each other, to travel together. But that future was shattered in October last year when, driving home past an illegal settlement outpost in the occupied West Bank, their car came under a hail of rocks and stones.
There was a huge explosion in the car. The glass fell in. My wife and I had been talking and the rock hit on the side of her head. She fell on me. Blood came out from her ears and nose. My daughter was screaming. I didn't know what to do. The car was swerving right and left. It was the longest 3 seconds of my life.
3 months on, the Israeli security services have arrested 5 students from a religious school at the outpost in connection with Aisha Rabi's death, saying that they collected evidence of extremist and anti-Zionist religious ideology, consistent with what's referred to in the Israeli media as Jewish terror. The suspects are reported to be from the illegal settlement of Yitzhar, near the Palestinian city of Nablus. For all the attention that it's raised, this attack is not an isolated one. It's part of a pattern, a surge, according to recently published figures, of attacks by settlers on Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. In July 2015, a husband, wife and their toddler son were killed in the firebombing of a Palestinian home in the West Bank village of Douma. A crackdown by Israel's security services saw a reduction in settler violence, but last year the numbers rose sharply again. It's reported there were 482 anti-Palestinian crimes, a 3-fold increase on the previous year. The incidents include assaults, vandalism of vehicles and property, as well as threatening graffiti. The Israeli human rights group Yesh Din recorded 25 such incidents in just one day last month, after 2 Israeli soldiers and 1 baby were killed in Palestinian attacks. It says too many settler crimes against Palestinians go unpunished.
We've had about over 1,200 investigation files that we've documented and monitored since 2005. In 8% of those, indictments were served, and in a mere 3% were any convictions served. We also noted that 82% of investigation files are closed in circumstances that suggest police investigative failure.
Israeli police called those figures misleading and incorrect. Aisha Rabi says he is finding some solace in the fact that suspects have been arrested in connection with his wife's killing. He hopes that any eventual punishment will act as a deterrent to others. But whether they're freed or jailed for 100 years, he says, nothing will bring back his wife. Fawcett, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.